Hey, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel,
Tony and Rachel.
Oh, I messed up.
Yeah. Blooper.
Hey everybody, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel,
Tony and Rachel. So today we're just going to do the part 2 of your packing list for first-time cruisers or just for cruisers in general. So last week we kind of left off on personal items. So we're going to pick back up with personal items because we have a few more to add to that list. All right, so we're going to continue with personal items. One of the personal items that we're going to pick up back to is something you definitely would want to have. I should hope everyone would want to have this item, and it's toothbrush.
Oh, most definitely.
So next would be flossing. I like the little
floss picks.
Yeah, the little floss picks.
Those are convenient.
Yeah, because you can have them with you throughout the day if you get stuff stuck in your teeth or whatever. They're really handy. The next one on the list would be deodorant. Yeah, deodorant is very important, guys. It's very hot in most of these places that you travel to.
We don't need anybody walking around smelling like onions.
Smell like Subway. No thanks.
So next on our list is cotton swabs.
Yep.
You can use them for a lot of things.
Yeah, for a lot of things.
Clean your ears, or I know I use them when I paint my fingernails or touch up my fingernails to get off any excess fingernail polish.
All right, I'll let you answer this next one too.
Yeah, so this is a very important one for the females out there. Do not forget your feminine products, just in case. You don't want to be stuck on the ship without them. And next on the list, don't forget your makeup.
Yep.
Need your makeup so you can be beautiful. So next on our list, do not forget your hair straightener, curling iron. There is a blow dryer provided for you in every stateroom. I will tell you, it'll get the job done, but they're not the very best. So if you have thick hair or it takes a lot to dry your hair, make sure you bring your own hair dryer. So next on the list, shampoo and conditioner. So there is shampoo in the showers,
right,
in your stateroom, shampoo and body wash. I always bring my own shampoo and conditioner along. So don't forget your shampoo and conditioner if you use a special kind or you just wish to bring your own.
Agreed.
Also, along with that, don't forget your hair products. Don't forget your hairsprays, hair gels.
What about
beard oil?
Next on our list is going to be your glasses or contact lenses. And it's very important because if you don't have glasses and you strictly use contacts, man, you'll be on a beautiful ship and won't be able to see ship because you'll be blind. Like I am without my contacts.
Yeah. Make sure you bring extras. Make sure you bring your solutions and your things to clean them, everything.
Yeah, it's very important. So last on our list, it's important for a lot of people, especially us black folks that get ashy. Don't forget your lotion. So we're going to gravitate over to, if you have young kids, we're going to give you a few things that you might want to pack for your children.
So the first item on our list for young kids, it says silicone eating mat. I don't really feel like that's necessary.
No, it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. So we're just gonna hop on to number 2.
Number 2, if you have small children, I think you're allowed to have a stroller up there, right?
Yeah, so I would recommend bringing a stroller.
It's a lot of walking,
especially at the ports. You can always push them around the ship too if you don't feel like carrying them.
Yeah, because like not to cut you off, but like for adults, we can just walk around and have a good time. When the kids start getting sleepy, they get cranky.
Yeah.
If they rolling around in the stroller, a lot of times they'll just pass out in the stroller.
Yeah, probably the best thing is one of those little umbrella strollers because they're small, they're easy to carry around. You can store it under the bed.
That's smart. Next item would be a toy or a new toy or something like that, something to keep them entertained. So I would recommend a nice toy, their favorite toy. Cruise ships, most of them have like I know Carnival has Camp Carnival.
Yeah.
I'm sure other cruise lines have other itineraries set up for the little ones. So yeah, you can always look into that also.
So
outdoors.
next on the list is swim diapers. Swim diapers are
Ooh.
very important, especially if you're going to port and you know that you're going to be at the beach or in the pools. Swim diapers are still a very good thing to bring.
It is, especially at port for
Yeah.
sure, because a lot of the ports have beaches. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, it'd be something really important to have. So the next on the list is bottles.
Bottles are very important if your
Very
baby still
important.
has bottles. And water bottles. Bring a water bottle along if you have toddlers, especially like when you go to port. You can always fill it up with water or juice
that's
before
true.
you head off the ship. And that way they have something to keep them hydrated.
Next would be diapers and wipes.
Yes. So if your child is not potty trained yet and they use diapers or pull-ups, make sure that you pack enough of those to get you through the whole trip, and even some extras in case you use a little more than what you normally would.
So that's really it for like the small children. So we're going to let's move to like teens.
Okay.
So like the teenagers. First thing you would want to bring to me, because if you have like teens that's really not social, because all the kids aren't social, and you know they still have things for the young adults to do. But if they're not into that, I would recommend bringing a video game or
Like a little handheld.
yeah, like a Switch.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, to keep them entertained.
I know when we brought our kids on the cruise, which was quite a few years ago,
Yeah.
they made friends. So having a video game to them was no big deal. But I know that a lot of people do ask if they can be hooked up to the stateroom TVs or whatever.
Yeah.
They can't. PlayStations, Xboxes, you can't hook those up to the stateroom TVs. So you would need like a handheld one, like a Switch or something.
Okay. Playing cards is next on the list. You can always take playing cards, and I want to say we see every time we're on a cruise ship, young teens playing cards
Yeah, they do.
all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually a good idea. Some Uno or Phase 10, different card games. They got so many cool card games out there. So yeah.
So next on our list, and this is good for anybody, if you plan to go snorkeling in any of the ports, you can bring your own
gear.
snorkel gear.
Yeah, bring your own gear.
They allow you to bring it on the cruise ship and take it off at the ports, and that way you already have it.
Right.
If there's beaches and stuff nearby, or if you're taking a trip to the beach, you don't have to pay the extra prices for the rental of the snorkel gear.
But last but not least on the teens list would be water shoes.
Water shoes are good to have.
Water shoes.
It would probably be really hard to find them right now in any of the stores because it is wintertime. So it's something that you might have to order online if you're out of season.
So we're going to just we're going to move into the next category, and we're going to consider this like just other things. I'm not going to say you need to have, but you would like to have.
Well, they'd be nice to have.
Be nice to have. So this is to be nice to have items.
Yeah.
Okay. So one would be a camera. And the reason we recommend a camera, because a lot of these moments are priceless. Tomorrow's not promised. So you want to capture every single moment of your vacation.
Right. So next on the list is wine or champagne. You are allowed to bring your own bottle of wine on the cruise ship. I think it's 750 milliliter bottle. Each person 21 years of age or older.
Okay. And with that being said, the next item would be a corkscrew.
Don't forget your corkscrew if your wine bottle has a cork in it. I will tell you, it's better to bring your own and open it yourself in your stateroom, because if you take it down to the dining room and have them open it or to any of the bars, they will charge you a corkage fee.
See, I didn't know that.
So it's better to bring your own wine and consume it in your stateroom.
Okay, so the next thing on the list would be drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, of course. You're allowed what?
You're allowed to bring on a 12-pack of soda per person, or it could be juice or water or anything like that. They only ask that you do not bring any type of bottles, no plastic bottles, no glass bottles. So if you bring juice, soda, water, it has to be in cartons, like sealed cartons or cans.
To me, like, this next item is something that we recently, like, got not too long ago, a couple years ago maybe, which is towel clips. So, like, if you want to lay out on the deck or at the beaches at port, towel clips come in
Keeps
handy.
your towel on your chair.
Yep.
They're really nice, especially if
They
it's
come
a
in
little
handy.
windy. It really does.
It really does. It comes in handy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad we invested into them.
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing on the list would be wristwatch. So yeah, let's explain like how they do the time.
So the wristwatches are good for one reason. Your phone, as soon as you take your phone off of airplane mode, it's going to update to the time of the place where you're at. So if you're on Miami time, as soon as you take it off airplane mode, it's going to switch from Miami time to wherever you're at. The ship time is always on Miami time. So if it's 5 o'clock in Miami and your phone switches to six o'clock in the Dominican Republic and you're going by your phone time, you're going to miss the ship when you're getting back. So wristwatch won't change unless you change it. Always stay on ship time.
I give you a high five on that. You broke that down.
High
Good
five.
job. All right. So next on the list is a lanyard, and lanyards. It's nice to be hands free.
It is nice to be hands free.
Lanyards really are for like your ship card,
Mm-hmm.
and just really because that's your lifeline on a cruise ship is your selling sign card because everything goes through that.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you have it with you at all times.
So your selling sign card has a little hole punch in the
Yep.
corner of it. So you can use the kind of lanyard that has just a little clip for that little hole, or Tony and I use the lanyards with the clear plastic pouch. And before you used to have to take your card in and out, and it was kind of a pain. But we noticed on our last couple of cruises, they either asked us for our folio number that was on our card, or they just scanned our card through the actual plastic pouch. So we hardly ever had to take it out.
Yep. So it comes in handy.
It does.
All right. So next on the list would be
Books or magazines, if you want to read. They do have a library, but
good point.
we see a lot of people just laying out on the pool deck reading a book or whatever. So if you like to read or that's something, that you want to do, don't forget your book or your magazine.
Yep, agreed. So something that we've always taken with us, and we've actually used this item quite a bit, is a wrinkle release spray. So we always pack some Downy wrinkle release because they do have a ironing station. So if your clothes get a little wrinkled, you can always iron them. But with the ships selling at full capacity now, there's a great chance that it's going to be a line on that deck to probably iron your shirt. What we do is we spray a little bit of the Downy wrinkle release, all over your shirt or pants or whatever. Throw it in the dryer for about 5-10 minutes. All the wrinkles are gone.
Yeah. You can use the laundrette and iron your clothes on maybe a day where it's not elegant night or earlier in the day when it's not so busy.
Yeah. But just in case if you don't feel like doing that or you don't get a chance, the Downy wrinkle release.
You can't bring your own. No irons, no steam irons, nothing,
That's
no
right.
confiscated. Nothing electrical besides like your hair straightener, curling iron, because they'll take it for fire safety.
That's true. Now, the next item on the list is like a fanny pack or a money belt. It's not necessary depending on how you like to travel with, with your money and everything like that. So that's at your discretion, really. Some people are into the fanny packs, which they're back. Fanny, people wear them across their shoulders and everything. If that's something that you're into, you definitely should bring your fanny pack. And water bottles. Water bottles are very important. That's next on the list. Actually, the last item that's on this part of the list. Water bottles are very handy.
We always bring our water bottles and
Agreed.
fill them up when we get ready to go to port or just hang out during the day.
Yeah, because the water is actually really good on
The water on every cruise ship is filtered. They have their own filtration system down below. So all the water's filtered. You don't have to worry about it coming straight out the ocean or sitting in a tank or whatever. They filter it right there on the cruise ship.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. So we're going to move on over to not needed items and not allowed items. So either way, these items are not allowed.
Or not needed.
Or not needed. And first,
which we already talked about, is a hairdryer.
Yep.
It's not needed because there's one provided in the stateroom for you.
Agreed.
But it's not the best of the best. It's kind of like hotel hairdryers. So you can bring your own, but it's not needed.
Number 2 on this list would be candles. And the reason for candles is kind of a no-brainer. It's a fire hazard.
Your candles will be confiscated.
Liquor and beer would be next, so there will be no, and I repeat, no sneaking alcohol on the ship because it will be confiscated.
So no liquor or beer, but you can bring your bottle of wine.
So what will happen if they find the liquor in your...
So if they find the liquor or the beer in your luggage or on you or whatever, they'll confiscate it and you won't get it back. You'll end up with a note in your luggage telling you that you did something bad. They'll probably ask you to go to guest services so that they can tell you that.
Yeah.
But they'll just take it and you won't get it back.
So next on the list would be towels. Right?
Yeah, towels.
So you don't need towels.
You don't need towels. They provide towels for you when you take a shower. They provide beach towels for you in your stateroom. So you don't need to bring them. If you want to bring your own beach towel or whatever, you're more than welcome, but it's a not needed item.
This next item is one we already kind of talked about. Irons. We know we can't have irons.
No.
We can't take iron. Who would want to take an iron on a vacation anyway?
I mean, somebody. But yeah, no, they provide iron for you in the laundrette. You're not allowed to bring your own.
Yeah, so irons.
So next on the list is homemade snacks.
Yes.
You can bring snacks. I see this question asked a lot. Can we bring our own snacks on the ship? Yes, you're more than welcome to bring your own snacks on the ship, but they have to be store-bought in a package, closed. You can't like make your own granola bars or anything like that and bring it on. It's for safety of bringing bugs or different things, because no different than like going to California. They stop you at the border and they say, do you have any fresh fruit or anything? Because if we were to bring some kind of parasitic bug from Oregon to California and it infested all of the crops, then
nobody would be getting their produce.
We get a ton of stuff from there. So same with the islands. They grow a lot of stuff out there. Avocados and pineapples and all kinds of stuff. So if people make their own homemade stuff and they have nuts and whatever else, and there just happens to be something in it, it could infect everything.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big reasons why they say no homemade snacks.
So last on the list, and I've been saying no-brainer with some of this stuff, but this one is definitely a no-brainer, and I don't recommend anybody try this, which is weapons.
Yeah.
All weapons will be confiscated. Number one, you won't make it through the airport if you're flying from one state to the next. It won't happen. But let alone trying to make it on a cruise ship with a weapon. It's not. Yeah, it's not smart.
There isn't any need for it.
No, because you're on vacation. You're up there to have fun. And pretty much everybody's up there to do the same thing, which is have fun, create memories, and get ready for the next one after you get off the ship.
Yeah.
But weapons is a no-go. A few more items we're going to go over that we feel like you should have. And one of those items are going to be razors. So for guys, you are allowed to bring like your little garment bag if you want to trim your beard up, or if you got a bald head and you want to shave your head or whatever. You're allowed to bring a little garment bag, because I bring one with my personal, like hygiene stuff, like my beard and so forth. So you're allowed to bring that. Just kind of like how the ladies bring makeup and everything.
Yeah.
So that's something I always pack personally, but you're allowed to bring that just in case you didn't know.
Razors for your legs, your armpits.
Yeah.
Your beard, your mustache.
Yes, the razor is definitely needed.
Yeah. So make sure that you pack razors. Also, something else that we forgot to mention earlier to go along with your mouthwash and your toothbrush, definitely bring your toothpaste.
Yes, toothpaste.
Add that to your list.
Yes.
Toothpaste on the list. Is there anything else that you could think of?
Oh, I got one. So for me, and I can speak for Rachel also, we love our smell goods, perfumes, colognes. Definitely do not forget your colognes. If you got lotions that you like to wear, or if you just got spray bottles of cologne and perfume that you want to bring, definitely don't forget to pack those.
Right.
It's very important.
But something else that I remembered you should put on your list is Band-Aids.
That's actually smart.
Band-Aids are really important. I wish we would have had some. Which airport were we at? Miami? I ran over the back of my foot with
a suitcase.
a suitcase.
Yeah.
There was blood everywhere. It was on my flip-flop. It was on the sidewalk.
Oh,
and we didn't have any Band-Aids. It was terrible. So make sure you pack Band-Aids. Very important. It could be like a little first aid kit. Band-Aids, a little patch
little first aid kit. I agree.
Or
That's
something
smart.
like that.
It's little things like that, that you just don't want to forget. Just in case kind of stuff. Another item to me that we didn't mention earlier is sunglasses. It's very bright.
It is very bright.
It's very bright over there. So like sunglasses will come in handy. Trust me.
Yeah.
Now listen, when you get off the ship, I left mine at home last year. And I was like, dang, man, I don't have no sunglasses. So we just happened to go by like a little market area, and the guy was selling sunglasses. So I got a pair for like $5.
So something else to put on your list is air freshener. We normally take a Glade plug-in, even though on the Horizon, I know last time she made us unplug it every time we left the room for fire safety. But you can take a can of like the Glade spray because the
Yeah.
bathrooms have no ventilation.
None.
So, you're going to need some air freshener spray, definitely
Yeah.
for the bathroom. Sanitizer wipes.
Sanitizer wipes. Yes.
Even though the stateroom stewards do an amazing job cleaning your room and keeping it clean, we still like to have our little sanitizer wipes. We wipe down the
door handles,
the remotes,
yeah.
the light switches, just a little extra precaution.
Everything that you know you're going to touch and that you feel like other people are going to touch, we just, even though you know it's probably been wiped down, I feel a lot safer if I wiped it down myself.
So, which leads me to say hand sanitizer.
Yes.
Now, there's hand sanitizer stations all over the cruise ship, but you're not always near one, especially at port. So we always just bring like a little travel bottle of hand sanitizer with us.
Yep.
So if you're flying in, make sure you pack your headphones. That way you can watch the in-flight movies or whatever they have on the screens. Not so much Bluetooth. Make sure that they have a cord that you can plug into the back of the headrest.
Yeah, most airplanes that provide the free movie and TV, they provide earbuds, but they're not that good. And you can probably pack your own. Be safer. And if you're driving and you got kids in the back seat, make sure they have their headphones if they want to listen to some music or watch a movie.
Something else that you could put on your packing list is toothpicks. If you have floss picks, that works too. But toothpicks, the cruise ship doesn't have them.
They don't have any.
And I couldn't tell you how many times Tony's like, man, I wish I had a toothpick. So we started packing them.
Yeah, so we packed toothpicks.
Yeah.
And they come in handy for me.
They did.
They do.
Something else that you could pack are straws.
Straws, yes.
We have the stainless steel straws.
Right.
I know as far as Carnival goes, they got rid of all of their straws except for the little candy ones that they put in their frozen drinks. They're not the worst things in the world, but they're not delicious.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
Yeah, so you can bring your own straws on board. They have some on Amazon, I know, that clip onto your lanyard, so look for those. That would make it a lot easier. And then I think last on the list of things that we didn't mention earlier is a lint roller.
Yes, if anybody has a pet that sheds a lot, we do. We have a couple cats, and I don't care if it look like right now, I'm like, oh man, your shirt looks ready. And then you get outside in some bright light and you're like, what the? I got all this cat hair all over me. Please pack a lint roller.
Lint rollers are a good thing to have.
I would agree. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in for part 2 of our packing checklist. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Until next time, thank you for tuning in to Tony and Rachel. We love you guys. And we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.